Hi, I'm Heath Hoffpower, Vice President Hanko Boats, and today I'm out here test running our 2596 CCFB. That model code stands for the dimensions of the boat, which is 25 foot long from the bow to the top of the stern. It is 96 inches wide at the bottom with a flare, so it gives it a beam of 9 foot across the top. The CC means center console. The FB means flat barge. So this is a utility barge. It's all quarter inch bottom size, the whole shell of the boat. It has a 30-inch side height. All the decking I'm standing on top here is all 3/16 tread plate. And I'm basically just going to start at the front and talk about the boat and let you know some information about it. This particular boat is our barge. It's a flat barge, but it is equipped with a ramp, which is operated by an electric winch and a backup manual winch. So it has redundancy in case that goes out. That is a 12-volt system, which is operated off of 2 batteries, which are located in this hole. We're going to show you in a bit. And it has the controls located here. Basically, to fold it down, pick it up. We have safety chains when you're traveling in case something should happen to the cables. It cannot fall down. It was designed, this is probably about the 4th one we built of this particular setup, where a customer can roll on equipment side by side, lawnmower, whatever, and go to an island to service things. It also has a 2,000-pound crane. The crane is mounted on a 1-inch thick pedestal with bracing that goes down to the hull. It is a 12-volt crane, which operates off the same battery system as the winch system. So it's tied in together, nice and neat with the appropriate wire and the battery systems here. The crane is operated by remote. We'll cut into that in a bit when I'll show you how it works. Telling you about other components of the boat. On the sides, we have 2 runs of rubber bumper. It has a 3-inch rubber bumper on the top, and it has one midway. That'll prevent any damage to other boats when you dock it. It has rails all around the boat, which are removable. They're in pipe sockets, which can be pulled up when you're working, put back in, so you can take all of this off, and it's open where you can work. If you're pulling something over the side, you can get it out the way. This is a 36-inch tall handrail, basically for work safety, keep the workers on the boat. Moving back, we have our forward section of the barge, which has a collision bulkhead. So this is a compartment. It is completely sealed and has a drain plug, which can go into the next compartment. We have a center compartment, which I'm standing on now, and then we have an aft compartment where the motor batteries, which you'll see shortly with the center console. To access these compartments, we have our extra wide hatch and we have overboard drains. So any water that gets into this track drains straight overboard so it doesn't ooze in. If you're looking on the inside right here, you can see the battery system for the winch. So we have the 2 large series batteries. We have an on-off switch, breaker, fuses, everything wired appropriately. In a flat barge, we have 2 drain plugs on each section. This bulkhead's welded solid on the other side, and you can see how it's chain tagged. So we have a plug and a plug. So if you ever needed to monitor or drain the front section, you can pull them plugs, and this section's equipped with a bilge pump, and the back's equipped with a bilge pump. This hatch right here is access to the forward section. Basically to get to these bolts and the wiring in the front. So in the event the barge should fracture or you break the front, you have a watertight bulkhead, you can't sink it. That's pretty standard setup on all our barges, where we have them set up in 3 compartments. The really long ones have 4 compartments, but this is only 25 foot long. We have our standard safety latch. Instead of a gas shock, we actually use a robust piece of aluminum that is going to last you forever, and you don't have to worry about changing out. Okay, here I am facing the console. So we talked about the forward section, storage, batteries, how the front of the boat operates. This console, this is our 40-inch wide console. It's all 3/16, and the base is all 3/16 as well. It's an elevated console. So we're taking our standard center console and we're elevating it up 18 inches. The purpose of this is so you can see over equipment, the gate in the front, and it gives the driver really good visibility of the boat, so you don't have any obstructions in your view. We have a 9-inch step, 9-inch step to get up to the console. Our total height from the top of the T-top down to the deck is 8 foot 9 inches. So that gives us a trailer height of right at 13.6. That is the maximum height we can go on the trailer. So part of the design was around getting the boat down the road and not having to take special routes. So walking to the back, we have the console. We have a 40-gallon tank located inside the console. So if you want to get around this side here, stuck down. Okay, we're doing all in one cut. Okay, stepping up to the console. I'm now on top of our elevated platform, which I can clearly see over the gate, and I have a full windshield. All of this is 3/16 with the T-top attached to it. The higher you go with T-tops, the more support you need. So we have our thick Schedule 80 pipe connected to 3/16. Hard top, the top is all 1/8. And then we also have down pipes. This prevents any additional shade. So looking at the top and the face of the console here, this boat is equipped with the windshield wiper, instrument box, our navigation lights on top. We don't have anything bolted above the T-top, so we can keep the height down because this boat is going to be trailered for this particular customer. On the console, we have our large Garmin all-in-one unit, hydraulic steering. It's powered with a 225 Honda. The boat light, it's a 45-mile-an-hour boat light. Basically 10 gallons of gas. That's our test run data. 17 pitch prop. Puts right at 6,000 RPMs. So we're giving some room for gear and to slow it down with a lot of weight. Because typically when the boat's light, it's coming in. When it's going out, it's going to be fully loaded. So we have our 40-gallon tank. We have our Blue Sea control panels, which we have two 6-gang panels which operate everything with all our reset breakers. Power accessory socket where you can plug in a headlight, an old school traditional socket, and then we have our USB plug for your cell phone. This boat also has the hydraulic jack plate. Right now we're in really shallow water, just getting out the lake in the wind. So it's jacked up 6 inches. It also has the talons in the back. So we're spudded down right now. So we got 2 talons that spudded down. And that's going to be real useful when they pulling up and trying to load something in shallow water. They can just stab the back and prevent the boat from moving. Finishing up at the console, hydraulic steering standard, all the Honda riggings. You have different options on motors. This is the analog system. So you have the analog tack with the hour meter and the fuel gauge. Honda key switch, which has all the warning lights. It is a cable engine. So it's all controlled by cables. It's not the electronic throttle and shift. So it's one of the more basic packages. The seating I'm on right here, this is our leaning post seat like you've seen in previous videos. You have storage, you have the stern light located in here. Really good access to put all your stuff in while you work. Keys, wallet, cell phone, you name it, you can put it in. Stepping down, we have storage underneath the platform. The platform is very heavy duty. It has tubings that come across and bracing that goes down, and it's basically open. If you want to store underneath, we just utilize the space we can. Everything's welded on the barge where nothing goes inside the barge, so you don't have to worry about a bilge pump. Bilge pumps are basically, backup just in case the boat is leaking and you have it set up properly. Inside the rear compartment, we're in the aft compartment now. So we have three compartments. Compartment in the front, compartment in the center, which had the batteries for the crane, and now we're in the back here. In the back compartment of our barge, we have a flooring. So this is a full floor. It's all welded down, airtight. We pressure tested just like we do our smaller boats. How I talked about a airtight double bottom, and it has a sump hole with the bilge. So we have your 2 crank batteries located. In the back here, battery selector switch. You can see this. And in all of our barges, you can't see here, but all your wiring goes in a tray. It's not hung with tie wraps. It is a aluminum tray that is bolted in, and it goes up, and your wiring lays on it, and it's tie wrapped where nothing can move. So it keeps everything from hanging. It also keeps it from falling down. It gives it a really neat wiring job doing like that. Any water that gets in here drains right out. There's drains that come out the back, so this drops into the splash well and then goes overboard. This is our tow post. Heavy duty 3-inch pipe, which goes down into the hull with a doubler plate, and it has gussets to keep it from messing up the double bottom if somebody does something goofy and tries to do something you shouldn't do, which happens in boats all the time. It's really heavy duty and robust. Safety latch, just like the front. Now we're round to the back here. The overall length of the boat from the back of the motor guard all the way to the front is right at 30 feet. It's like 29 foot 11. We just call it 30 feet. From the back of the motor guard to the front of the gate. I said 225 Honda, it's actually 250 Honda. So we're gonna have to correct that. We also have cleats. This boat does not have lifting eyes on it because it has a removable handrail, so it just has rope cleats. We do offer the barges with the lift and eye cleat combination, which straps into the hull. You cannot lift off of a cast iron cleat. And that's pretty much it. The draft 6 inches. It's a great utility boat. On my test run, I actually threw some furniture and moved it to my camp just to try it out. Everything I do, everything we build, I should say, we take it out, we test, press all the buttons, make sure everything works properly, so we have the customer experience before they do to make sure everything is right. That's a quick overview of the boat. And we're going to cut right here, and I'm going to show you how the crane works. All right, back to the front, showing you how the gate and the crane operates. I just took the safety chains off of the gate, and we have the switch right here, which operates the electric winch. Nobody's going to mess with the manual winch. So you got either or. The wire runs underneath and there's a pulley system. You could let it out here or you could let it out there. So either one will work. You see the gate will actually go all the way down to the water. Doubt you'll use it like this. Normally you pull up on the bank and it wouldn't be as far. But that shows the operation, the relays, controls, everything's in a watertight box. Okay, onward to the crane. This is an electric over hydraulic crane. It is a Tiger model 2081E, 2,000 pound crane. Just show you how it operates. You turn the power on. You're using a wireless remote. Okay, so you have your rotation. And you may notice I pulled the railing off. That's a safety railing that popped off. I just put it to the side. Pretty smooth crane. We've done a lot of cranes in our time. We like this company. So you'll have the ability to come to the side of the boat. Put the boom down. I didn't undo the winch, but you'd unhook the winch, pull it up. It also booms out. Let me rotate it and show you this feature. So coming back here, we're going to winch out. That's where it hooks at. And you have a pin here, so let me rotate it in. You'll pull the safety pin. So you can get it out. Let's see if I remember all this stuff properly. Right there. Then you would simply put the pin back in it. And with your safety key. Now you have some reach. I take a little getting used to the buttons, but they're pretty simple. Pick up your load, winch it in, power rotate over, set it on the deck, long story short. And then when you go back to travel, you'll pull the pin if you need deck space, and you can retract it really short. That's a basic demo of the crane. It's really simple, great feature to have on a boat. And you can pull up and winch something onto the boat as well.